Well, hello. This is Michelle Chambers. I am a real estate broker in Texas, a real estate agent in Alabama, a notary in Texas, a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states, and I'm here to talk to you about our mortgage loan officer opportunity. Stay tuned, put your seatbelts on. This is some great information. You're going to love hearing about this platform of Own Easy. It's called Own Easy because we're saying that you can own a home the easy way. Why do we say that? Because you can start with credit repair. If that person needs credit repair first, we can help to get them in there for AI credit repair, get them situated, get them set up, get them taken care of, and then we can get them all the way to the closing table. So we're excited about this. Now, before I get started, I always like to mention that remember, just like anything else you do in life, it's going to take some work. So if you put a little into this, you're going to get a little. But if you put a lot into this, there's lots of money and impact to be made through this platform if you choose to get in here and go to work. And that's what we're hoping that you will want to do because our mission is 75% home ownership for all. That number will make a little more sense in a little bit as I go through a few more slides. But if you happen to see hashtag 75 for all on some social media, this is what it's referring to. 75% home ownership from all. We want everybody that's interested in owning a home to have that opportunity. So we're out there working, ready to help this process come about. And our goal is to help 1 million people to become homeowners in the next 5 years. Big goal, right? We're going to make it. We're just hopefully maybe we'll make it with you because you'll decide to join us after hearing this presentation. But how do we plan on doing that? By disputing debt and resolving credit reporting errors. That's what I mentioned about our credit repair program. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. To train and get community loan officers in place. That's why you're hearing about this message right now, this platform right now, so you can decide if this is something that you would like to join us in helping 1 million families to become homeowners in the next 5 years. And then also we want to provide down payment assistance and financial education so that homeowners can get in place and they can be in those homes responsibly. So I mentioned about our AI credit repair program. This is what it looks like for them on that side. They pay $149.90 for one-time setup fee, and then they pay $89.95 a month. Let me tell you a little bit more about our AI cutting edge technology. We're excited about it. If you've been on any of the chat GPT type things, you realize how fast it moves and how quickly. Well, can you imagine doing this with credit repair? I love this platform. It's fantastic to get in there and get things done. They can look at actually over 20 different, look for 20 different reporting errors within a matter of seconds versus how a human has to do it. And, it takes us time to go through each part of it and look at each detail. So I love that about it. And one of the main things I do love about it is that third paragraph there, tailored dispute letters. You can grab a letter off of Google what's going to best fit your situation for your credit, that report that you're trying to work on. But this is going to be tailored just for you. It's not going to be one of those you could just grab off the internet. It's going to be one that AI has looked through your credit report. They have found out the best letter that's going to work for your situation. Love this platform. And our goal is to get them in credit repair and out of credit repair so that we can get them into home ownership. That is our goal. And there is no contract for that. They do not have to pay there's no contract. They can get out at any time. However, lots of people choose to stay into it because there are lots more available than just the credit repair part. Now, let's talk about why this platform even came to be. Racial inequality in the United States as far as home ownership is concerned. Our co-founders saw that and they were determined we have to do something about that. If you look at the numbers over here, you say that 73% of Caucasian families own homes, 60% of Asian families own homes, 49% of Hispanic families own homes, and 44% of Black families own homes. So when they saw those numbers, they were just said, we've got to do something about it. The disparity in home ownership rates was outstanding. And so I should say astounding, I should say. And so our goal is to increase home ownership rate to 75% for all for home ownership. That's a huge gap there. And so how did that gap come to be? One simple word, redlining. You can Google that, find out more about it if you're not familiar with redlining, but it was something that took place where mortgage loan officers actually drew red lines around certain areas on maps saying that we are not going to give loans in these areas because minorities live there. And those are the areas that you see that says hazardous on there. They were not giving them. And so between 1934 and 1968, the federal government had a fantastic idea. Let's do 30-year mortgages so more people can afford homes. right? Great idea. They even did low interest rates as well. The problem came later on down the line because 98% of the mortgages went to Caucasian families. That wasn't the problem. That was fine. The problem came because minorities were not able to take advantage of that same opportunity. That was a problem. And that's 34 years of that happening where minorities were not able to get into home ownership. That's how this huge wealth gap came to be. So through this platform, OnEasy is choosing to get mortgage loan officers in place to help combat this redlining problem and this wealth gap problem. And we're saying community loan officers because we would love to have a mortgage loan officer in every community to help with this program. Our target audience is a very low and moderate income families. That's who we're targeting. We want to be able to bring hope to those people that thought there was no hope for them. This home ownership is not in the cards for me. Maybe everybody in their family is rented and they just figured that's going to be my lot in life too. Our goal is to reach out to those people that are well-deserved but underserved and be able to help them in this process. We have government-sponsored mortgages, FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. We have conventional and we do have jumbo loans. So if somebody's interested in getting a $3 million loan, we can definitely do that. Our target is just the low and moderate income families. And another thing I should say I like about this platform is the manual underwriting piece. We have this in place and I love it. What does that mean? That means that when an application comes into the system, it's automatically accepted or rejected. Many times when it's rejected, a loan officer will just say, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. We're not going to be able to help you at this time. Get back with us when you get your credit together. Get back with us when you get your finances in order, and then we'd be glad to work with you. Well, through this platform, if it's rejected automatically through the system, it's going to be pulled to the side, looked at, and to see what can we do to get a game plan in place to help this family to become a homeowner. I love that about this. We also have FHA 203K loans that are available, which are rehab loans. And we can do a loan with a credit score as low as a 580, even though we preferred it to be a higher because we do realize that they could get a better interest rate. But if they're determined at that point, I'm ready for my home, I've waited long enough, I finally got to a 580, then of course we will go ahead and help them. And then we can help them to refinance when the rates are better. So what does it look like being a loan officer through this platform? You can see here the loan buddy or the team lead. They're the person that will be doing the majority of the work. And you can see this long list here as of what they would be doing, working on the application once it comes in, answering questions that we may have as loan officer to give back to our clients. So you can see that long list there. So you come into the platform, what are you going to be doing? This is what I do. Help the home buyer complete the loan application. You'll be able to give them a link. They can apply on that link. Once you've asked them a series of questions to see if they're a good candidate to fill out this loan application, and then help them to gather documents that they're needed. You give them a list of required documents and just make sure that they get that list taken care of and that they get those documents legibly to us. And so at that point, then the third thing on there is to answer home buyer questions. Maybe they have questions about what's going on in the process or about a particular loan type, then you'll be there to help out. How will you help out with that? If you've never been in this industry before, or maybe you've been in the industry, but not to this extent, glad you asked. You will have a loan buddy. Your team lead will be there to help and answer questions. You will go through some awesome training in your back office that will help out tremendously. And then as a mortgage loan officer community, we work together to help each other out as much as possible. So we're there texting and chatting throughout the day, helping each other out with different situations that come up. Now, this is something that is pertaining to realtors. If you are a realtor or you know of somebody that is a realtor, you need to share this with them. I'm just saying, I'm a realtor, and if I had some friends that knew about this and they didn't tell me about it, I might be a little salty about it. I'm just saying. So let me tell you about it. As of December 16, 2022, the Federal Housing Administration said that you can be a mortgage loan officer and you can be a real estate agent. And guess what? You can be that on the same transaction. That means as a real estate agent, you can walk away from the closing table with not one check, but two checks. Yes, it can be done. It is called double dipping. FHA allows double dipping on loans. The only caveat, I would say, ask your broker to see if they will allow you to do both on the same transaction. If they don't, that's still no problem, because at that point, you'll be a mortgage loan officer in all 50 states. So you have 49 other states to be a loan officer in. And then in your current state that you live in, you can still be a loan officer when you're not the real estate agent. Can you say opportunities? Many opportunities with this one. It really is. So as a loan officer through this platform, you'll be able to help families multiple times and be able to earn commission when you help them to get into a home now, when they're ready to refinance later, when they're ready to buy a new home because they want a bigger one or a smaller one. Every time you help, you earn commission. So we're saying the rush is on because we're trying to help 1 million families in the next 5 years to become homeowners. And this is not an exhaustive list, but it shows you some of the people that have already partnered with us in the different walks of life. And we're just looking for anybody that has a passion and a desire. They want to see people into home ownership and you're ready to get involved and make an impact and an income at the same time. We're looking for you. So if you don't see what you do on this list, don't worry about that. If you have a passion, we're looking for you. So we talked about the credit repair part, the AI credit repair program that we have. That is awesome. I talked about the loan buddy and the loan officer part. Let's talk about the money. What does it look like me making money through this platform? As a loan officer, your commission would be 1% to 1.4% of the price of the loan. So if it's a $250,000 loan, then you multiply that by 1%, that would be $2,500. So let's talk about it numbers. Of course, we talked about the loan buddy, so they're doing most of the work, right? So we have to include them in the pay, correct? So the first 10 transactions, you would get 65%, your loan buddy would get 35%. Is that fair? Is that fair? I mean, it's fair to us. I don't know about the loan buddies to the team leads because they're doing most of the work, but we're getting most of the pay. I'm just loving it. I'm just saying thank you on Easy for that, and let's just keep it moving. The next 10 transactions, you would get 75% and your loan buddy would get 25%. And then 21 on upward transactions, you get 85% and your loan buddy gets 15%. And keep in mind, they're still doing most of the work, but you're getting most of the pay. Where does that normally happen? Really nowhere, but it happens at On Easy and I'm excited about it. So numbers wise, if you have 3 families in a month at $250,000 price points, your commission would be $4,875. That's just your part. That's not including your loan buddy. That's just your part alone. And we know that the number $250,000 loan, that could vary depending on what states you live in. It could vary greatly on that. The 100 BPS means 100 basis points, which basically stands for 1%. That commission that I mentioned that you would get at 1%. And of course, the more homes you do in a month, the more loans you do in a month, then the more your money, your commission would go up. And then of course, the more transactions you've done, that also makes your commission go up as well. I'm excited about this. So let's look at becoming a mortgage loan officer. The traditional route, this is what most people know about. And this is the one when I post on social media about how you can become a mortgage loan officer in 2 to 4 weeks in all 50 states with no exam. That's why people start saying that cannot be true. That must be a scam. That's because they don't know about the other route. They only know this route right here. And I don't fault them for that because that's what they know. That's what I'm here for, to help educate. So the traditional route is the state route, the one that most people know about. Yes, you do have to take pre-licensing courses. You do have to pass that licensing exam, the SAFE exam. You do have to complete annual renewal and continuing education classes. And then you have to repeat that for every state. You know, there are 50 states. So we're aware of that. That's a lot. And then most of the time on the state side, there's a minimum credit score that you need to apply to be a mortgage loan officer. So if you don't have a good credit score, you might not want to sign up for the pre-licensing courses just yet. I'm just saying. Now, if you decide you're going the traditional route, you want to be licensed in all 50 states, that would cost a minimum of $25,000. So what we're saying is go the better route. The better route is actually the federal route. It's nothing that we made up. If you go to the Nationwide Mortgage Licensing System site, the NMLS site, that's where they house all the licensees, all the mortgage loan officers. They're there. If you go there, you can click on state or you can click on federal. We're saying click on federal because that is a much better route. How does that work? You sign up with us. You receive training, it'll be available in your back office. It's on videos. You can do it at your own pace. And then you get 2 background checks and your fingerprints done. So you get fingerprints done and 2 background checks, and you'll be working for a federal credit union. Come on, somebody. We know that the federal government does not play. This is very legitimate. And then you'll be able to originate loans in all 50 states. And we do have this awesome no list. No state licensing test, no state licensing fees, and you see the no's just keep going on. I'm excited about that. I know you have to be excited just watching this right now. So what does that look like going with our platform. This is what it looks like. Become a loan officer with us today. Sign up. It's $399.90 to get started. $400 and you're gonna be licensed in all 50 states, and in 2 to 4 weeks, you're gonna have a nationwide business where you pay $400 to get going. Seriously, y'all, that's fantastic. You do also have to pay the $66.25 for the background check and the NMLS fee. And this fee depends on the time of year. If it's later in the year, you pay $96.25, but now it's $66.25. So again, let me recap. If you decide I'm ready to start this program, I'm ready to get going, then you pay $399.90 to Own Easy doing business as Debt Cleanse. You pay that. Then you pay the $66.25 when you sign up to get your NMLS ID number and get your background and fingerprint set up. So that's what you need to pay up front. And then I know somebody's saying, well, I see that $89.95 over there. What in the world is that? Let me give you a quick introduction or tell you about the $89.95. It's not something that you have to do, but it's available to you. And I would think you're going to want to take advantage of that. There's becoming a credit advocate. You'll be able to help families get credit ready so they can be mortgage ready. We already talked about that. We have an awesome AI credit repair program that we can get people into. All thing you're doing is give them a link. You're not doing credit yourself. You're just giving them a link to get started and following up with them. Through this $89.95, you'll also be able to become a 50-state title representative where you can earn 20% commission on title, escrow, and settlement services. Is that great or is that great? Yes or yes? And also that $89.95 that you're paying monthly, you would have access to Agent Referral Network representative. You would be that so that you can sign up real estate agents and brokers to receive referrals of pre-qualified buyers. And you earn 20% commission on that. And then also coming soon, you'll be able to be a 50-state home warranty representative. You can earn $50 per warranty that is sold by helping families connect with home warranties. Again, this is not something that you have to do, but this is just some extra way that you can make an impact and an income through this platform. And of course, with all those things, our company is making sure that we're staying compliant. There are so many different things. The key is disclosure. You have to let people know that, hey, I'm benefiting if I'm giving you a home warranty, if I'm helping you with title, all those things. We just have to disclose all of that. And all of that is talked about tremendously. So you'll know more and more about that and make sure that we are disclosing what we're doing. So our customers, our consumers have the right to decide if they want to do business with us in all of those areas. And most of the time people like that one-stop shop instead of going to this place and that place and the other place and here and there, dealing with one person with everything. How convenient is that? I love it. Now, if you're saying I really don't like the $89.95, but I do like all those other things, those benefits there, then this is a way that you can have that $89.95 waived. So you do not have to pay it. If you get 5 people in, whether it's 5 people for credit repair, you get 5 people that maybe they want to be a mortgage loan officer too, or any combination of that. Then you maintain 5 people, your services are free. You do not pay that $89.95 a month. I do not pay that. I paid it one time when I first got started, and that's it. And there are several people that they have never paid it because when they got into the program, they already had 5 people lined up to start off with them. So there are definitely very many ways to take care of that. I just want to say thank you for taking time to watch this video. And if you're ready to sign up, please get back with whoever invited you to this video so that you can see it firsthand for yourself. Let's work together to help some families. We'd be glad to help you in this process. Just remember that our goal is 1 million families in the next 5 years, and we would love for you to be a part of this process with us. Thanks again, and I hope that you'll join us.